Belichick Film School. Feels good to be back. Back with a W. Back with my friends here. It's been a long time coming since one of these videos has been made by me. I would like to start this off by thanking everyone here, starting with Steven. Thank you, Steven, for always talking shit in the chat. I think it's much needed. I think it's important, and it's always good to have the person that decides to be the worst player in the league, but yet talk like he's the best. It adds just extra taste to the whole thing. Second thanks is to Shane, just because your new haircut. I just love looking at it. And then third, I would like to thank Derek for just being Derek. I think everyone could agree that's enough to thank him for. So let's get on to it here. We had a big week, week 5, I believe it was. I came in hot. To start off with that, played Stephen Kelly. I beat Stephen by about, 32 points this week. Stephen, wasn't your best performance, but it was close to it. 86 points is pretty high up for you. So I definitely appreciate the work you put into it. Second game, we have Alex Ali, aka the Salt Machine, versus Shane. Now, Shane, you definitely didn't win this one. 45 points is actually not a joke. That is more than half of what Steven scored this week. So you should probably get it together next week. 99 is not going to win you any games, again, unless you played Steven. But I'm sure you'll pick it up. You're 4-1. You got a lot going for you. And Alex, fluke win, but a win nonetheless. So good job with that. Next, I would like to talk about, let's talk about Derek, and then let's talk about Mr. Connor, which you're going to need some of this after the way that your team has been losing. 1-4, same record as me. Unfortunately, though, you have taken over last. You did lose this game by about 66 points. Now, that's a lot. Now, mind you, Derek did score 171. Derek's team does have a lot of synergy right now, and I think he's going to start picking it up. But anyways, there's no tag backs, Connor, so you are officially in last unless Steven takes that from you. Now, the next game, we're going to talk about Mr. Corey Schick, a.k.a. Backstabber, because he was supposed to do a trade with me that he backed out of, versus Mr. Era of Slee, a.k.a. Casey Cummings. Casey, you lost this game, man. You could have taken over first place, but you didn't. I think your team's a little overrated, if we're going to be very honest here. Devontae Freeman's not really much of a running back anymore, and your running back just squad is a little bit just lacking some skills. So good win there, Corey. Now take over 5th place, and Casey's in 2nd. Lastly, let's talk about the final matchup where we have Basil versus Curves. Curves took this one away. Flute Frog, aka the worst name in probably the history of fantasy football, lost. I don't think anyone is happier than me, maybe Alex, but besides us two. And if we're gonna be honest here, let's go through this real quick. I think Basil might be the most hated player in the league now. I definitely think I was up there at the beginning of the year, and I take credit for that. I've tried to mellow down a little bit. Alex is always a little bit there. Steven's generally there, but I think we can all agree that no one is hated more than Basil, and for good reason. I mean, there's not many of us that are like that. Like I'm almost like that right now. You look like that, but anyways, it was a big week. We have pretty tight knit standing here. You could be 4-1, you could be 1-4, and Shane will prove, first and foremost, that you could just lose a lot in a row or win a lot in the row and make it to the playoffs. Excited to see where this season goes, and everyone, good luck this week except for Basil, as I will whoop your ass this week. All right, bye guys.